Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today I want to discuss Digimon Story Time Stranger, which launched yesterday. In particular, I want to discuss, is the game fun, and if so, what makes the game fun? This game is very enjoyable. It is quite satisfying to engage with not just the story, but the environments, the soundtrack, and the core gameplay mechanics. So I want to discuss what is the actual appeal of Digimon Story Time Stranger. I'll discuss this and share this so that if you have not played this game, maybe this video can help you decide whether or not you would be interested in it. This game is very specifically made for people who enjoy JRPGs, but I think anyone who just wants a good game would absolutely enjoy this. If you are interested in games where you collect and raise and battle monsters, I would say this is one of the best ones I've played in a very long time. This is not a review, I just want to share some thoughts and we can discuss this in the comment section. So basically the core appeal of Digimon Story Time Stranger is that you explore environments, you encounter, battle, and defeat Digimon in the wild, and after you defeat enough of a particular Digimon, you can generate a Digimon for your party using a process called conversion. I'll just show some of my team here, and there's some really cool stuff you can do, like ride on your Digimon. All these three Digimon here are rideable. I'll go ahead and pick this guy. This is pretty fun. Aside from the way in which you mechanically engage with games, there is also a sense of unique identity, quirkiness, of things that are just fun. This isn't necessary to gameplay. This doesn't really affect gameplay all that much, but it's fun. It's cool as hell, and the developers of this game explore ideas that are just cool and just fun. Go ahead and try out this friend, and here's my fun little friend carrying me on his big, fluffy, probably very cold shoulders. And let's see what my Blimpmon is like. And here we go. Go for a ride on your Blimp Digimon. There are certain aspects to this game that are they're just quirky and just fun, and I really like these kinds of aspects of the game. So not only is this game mechanically coherent and sound, that means that all of the various game mechanics work together to provide an overall experience that is synergistic. They all work together to reward you for engaging with the various different aspects of the gameplay mechanics. Very fun. Not only that, but there are small individual things like this that give the game personality and just make it so fun. So, in order to find more Digimon, you can find them in the wild, or you can evolve your Digimon that you already have. Now, unlike Pokemon, you can Digivolve in different branching paths. You are not restricted to one or two evolutionary lines. You can go forward, backward, sideways, and explore. We'll go ahead and open the menu and look at how Digivolution works. I'll just check one of these guys here that's in the roster. He's in my storage. If I fulfill more requirements, I will be able to Digimon into different Digimon. And you can see right now I can Digivolve into him, but I already have one. You can see as the character portrait is filled in there, these two I have encountered, but I have not added them to my roster yet, and these two I have not encountered. So part of the appeal is just filling out these silhouettes and discovering what Digimon you will be able to reach. You can see there's three more, and this is a huge part of the fun, is exploring and discovering this at your own pace. And I would strongly recommend, don't look at spoilers and don't look at guides for people showing you all of this stuff. Trust me, I know how fun all of that is. I usually wait until I get through a game for the most part before I look at guides like that. It's extremely satisfying and fun to just go through this at your own pace and to discover these organically. So Digivolution is very fun. You can even go backwards and explore more evolutionary lines. You can see I can send this guy backward and Digivolve into different forms, but I'm just having fun going at my own pace here. So it's all accessible through one menu. You don't have to go and find weird items or level up near a weird looking rock somewhere up in the mountains. And then you end up having to look up a guide on the internet to remember where those things are. It's all accessible through one menu at any time. So that is something that is very appealing in terms of engaging with gameplay mechanics. You get to experiment discovering new Digimon through Digivolution. So battles are generally quite simple. Most of the time they're quite easy. I'll just run around here just so we have something to look at. And in general, battles are easy. The random battles are easy. The equipment, you earn different things from battles. I don't know if I have to take a quest in order to get into the wild area here, but in general, battles reward you with many different kinds of assets in the form of experience points. You can have equipment items that let your Digimon use new abilities during battle, and you earn scan rates as well for generating new Digimon. I'll go ahead and just see if I can get into a battle just so we can have something to look at here. Now, the random battles are designed to be pretty easy, and that is so that you can experiment with your new Digimon and that you can raise them in a way that doesn't pressure you into having to grind in a low level area. It's so well designed that I've brought out new Digimon and I've never felt like, oh, I need to go somewhere that's low level just to level up these weaker guys. Everyone in your storage also gains EXP and levels up passively, so that is very well considered and well designed from a gameplay mechanic and design standpoint. The real challenge comes from the boss fights, which are actually quite frequent, and these are much more challenging. In the boss fights, they test your teams, the equipment, and the abilities that you have equipped to your Digimon and your resources. So this is the exact kind of JRPG that I want. 100% every single aspect about this game is what I want. JRPGs are my favorite genre, and this is exactly what I want from the genre. The random battles, basically, you know, they let you just farm for stuff, and you can put it on auto battle, and you're never going to have a problem. But the boss fights are very fun to engage with because they do add the challenge. So how boss fights work, basically, you don't know what an enemy's strengths and weaknesses are going to be. So the first stage of a boss fight is the exploration stage. You need to figure out what the strengths and weaknesses, what the resistances are for that enemy. And once you figure it out, then you'll know, okay, I should be using, you know, what's the best character to use a water attack, or, you know, like an earth attack, an electric attack. And not every member in your party is going to have the same level of effectiveness. A boss might have a weakness to fire, and one of your Digimon can do 150 times damage, or 150% damage, while another member can do 300% damage. So it's all about adapting to that specific battle, which is not something I tend to experience with. I mean, obviously we have to discuss Pokemon because I'm a huge Pokemon fan myself, and I really enjoy that series, but it really comes down to what's the enemy's type, and then what are the weaknesses, and then just doing it. And that becomes very linear. Whereas in this, the challenge has always been different, and I have to adapt to different situations, so I can't just steamroll the bosses the way that I would in a Pokemon game. So that is a fun way to engage with bosses. I'm really enjoying the boss fights. It's just a fun way to test your team. So it is very satisfying when you do. Usually by the middle of the boss fight, you've optimized your approach and you know how to deal with the bosses best. And then it's just satisfying once you find the flow and then you optimize and you see his life bar or its life bar getting chipped away more and more and more and faster. It's very satisfying. So in between those tough boss fights, you get to enjoy a story that is actually genuinely interesting. You get to explore environments that are carefully handcrafted. They are artistically expressive, and they're beautiful. This game is gorgeous to look at. It's so well made. Here's one such environment that is so beautifully handcrafted. It's so expressive. The way that they use the lighting and the form of colors, they use movement in the environment. There's a soft haziness to this bar with mercenaries all setting out to be heroes. They want to work for this guy that's the strongest. They all respect him, but you can see this haziness in the air. You have warm colors on the left with the light source. You have cold light sources coming in from the right, giving this room this gorgeous dynamic, all leading into this almost ominous yet irreverent being that you can see down this hallway where that's the brightest light source. You have fan blades casting these melancholic shadows as they spin and dance around the room. It's very beautifully handcrafted. All of this is so well considered when it comes to artistic design, and every environment that I've seen in this game, it's just immersive, and I want to keep looking at small details in every single environment. This is so lovingly and passionately handcrafted. This whole game is built with such care, and I'm enjoying the whole process. And all throughout this exploration, you discover new Digimon in the wild, you unlock more evolutionary options for your Digimon, and you get to move at your own pace. And you get to keep track of which Digimon wear pants and which one don't. Here's this man thrusting the air, doesn't wear pants, and this guy does get to have pants. So I want to know why doesn't this guy have pants? What's the deal here? I mean, this guy gets pants, right? But this guy doesn't, and I'm trying to understand the logic here of why one guy gets pants and why one doesn't. Is this a statement about inequality in the Digimon world? Is this an issue of the haves and the have-nots? I don't know. But I'm sure having fun trying to figure it out. Thanks very much for watching. I hope there's a demo for this. If you're not sure, go ahead and give the demo a try. The demo does a great job of introducing you to the core gameplay mechanics, and you can transfer save data over from the demo to the full game. Again, the full game launched yesterday. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. I'm playing it on Steam. I have a portable computer that I can use, and I'm just having a great time. You can go at your own pace. Thanks very much for watching, and if you're enjoying the game, let me know who's on your team. I'll just show you who I've got before we... Actually, a bunch of my guys, I've sent them to the Digifarm. There's a farm that you can send your guys and you can let them grow and boost their stats. But as you can see, I kind of like the fun-looking guys. I've got a Seedramon and a Numamon on the Digifarm right now, but this guy, it's like a giant poop. Funny. He's a giant poop. Very, very funny. Thanks very much. Take care of yourselves. I have to get back to work making my own games now. Be well.